You're listening to the Monocle Weekly, first broadcast on the 29th of July 2012 on Monocle 24.
Hello and welcome to the Monocle Weekly, episode 160, with me, Robert Bound, and Sophie Grove.
On the show this week, we'll be taking in three of life's great pleasures: music, food and love.
And we'll be joined in the studio by musician Matthew Herbert to talk about found sounds from the high street and beyond as we discuss his new album, Tesco.
The Olympic athletes are all here in London. They look good, they're fast, but how do they find love? We'll be talking about romance, Olympic style.
And we're joined by one of the most infamous ice cream makers. Yes, infamous, as the Icecreamists come in to talk about their transgressive and delicious frozen offerings. That's all here on the Monocle Weekly on Monocle 24. What do we got first? I think we've got some ice cream first.
Thank gosh, we can cool down. Now, here in London, the weather has miraculously turned from torrential rain to blazing sun, which is sure to put a smile on the faces of the Olympic Committee. The other group of people bound to be delighted by this turn of events are the ice cream vendors of Europe. Like our next guest, Matt O'Connor, who is the driving force behind the London-based ice cream boutique, the Icecreamists, is forging ahead with a surprising selection of frozen treats.
But for Matt, ice cream is more than something refreshing on a hot day. It's a way of life, a philosophy, and also, it seems, a route to notoriety using ingredients including absinthe, holy water, and even breast milk. I can't even say it. So it's Les, Ben and Jerry, more Sid and Nancy. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Notoriety. I kind of like this. Ice cream's a bit homespun, isn't it? It's always kind of like it's a bit of a heritage thing.
Yeah.
Yours isn't, though, is it?
No, infamy. They've all got it infamy in the words of Kenneth Williams.
I was going to say.
Yeah. We just thought, that Ben and Jerry had kind of done the homespun, quirky, eccentric thing. And what we wanted to do was take Italian gelato, which I absolutely adore, as you can see. And
I don't think we need to paint a picture for our listeners.
No. Probably just as well.
Full figure of a man.
Probably just as well. I'm dedicated to my art. That's all I can tell you. But we just want to take Italian gelato and kind of subvert it and fuse it with a bit of cocktail culture, which I'd worked in previously, a little bit of politics, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of music, and quite a satirical, political kind of twist in the mix to create something that was a bit different. We could have gone off and done a typical traditional Italian gelateria, of which there are many, many brilliant ones now in London. I wanted to do something completely different.
So is the ice cream, the actual making of them, the flavours, and the sort of the stuff that goes into it as different as the idea of it, as the brand of it?
No, I mean, it's actually at its base, at its foundation, the ice cream has a very conservative and traditional Italian heritage. We have a gelato master in Italy who's like a Jedi master, only taller but cooler. And he is a guy I've worked with in developing them. And he said to me, Matt, he said, don't mess with my ice cream and don't mess with my mama. I said, I don't know about your mama, but we're going to mess with your ice cream, big boy. And that's what we did. So we took Italian gelato and we've funked it up a bit.
I like that.
So why did you decide to do ice cream rather than any other?
Because my
sweet
doctor
treats?
said to me I had to ease off partying and alcohol, so I said, right, I'll do ice cream instead. And now she's telling me to ease off the ice cream. So there aren't many things left in my life that I could go off and enjoy. I go to my doctor and she gives me the tablets. No, I mean, I wanted to do. I like the idea of ice cream as a subversive political thing. From the fact that the Israelis bombed the only ice cream factory in Gaza to organised ice cream eating being banned in the Soviet Republic of Belarus by the president there a few years back. So it's kind of quite this idea of something that's childlike and innocent and mixing it with something that's kind of, right at the other extreme. And we wanted to create an extreme experience that wouldn't just feed your taste buds and your stomachs, but would feed your mind and your imagination.
So what are some of the concepts, the inspirations that you've used in? I mean, you've got this amazing book that Rob's flicking through, with all these crazy recipes. Where do you start?
We just start with a narrative or an idea. When we did the Sex Pistol, we came up with the idea of just doing something with Viagra in it because I was getting I'm sure, Rob, you do, all those emails about Viagra. And
What's wrong with me? I'm sitting here. You can't even see my lower half, frankly, Matt.
no, I can't. But this, believe me,
Comes on here.
The Sex Pistol could raise people from the dead. It has that many erectile properties. We just did it. We thought it was an interesting idea. And then the Sex Pistols, who I thought had died, turned out they were still alive. They threatened to sue us. So that was the story. When we did the breast milk, it was a purely political thing. It was really exploring our relationship with where our food comes from. At the time, DEFRA, the Department for Agriculture, were talking about using milk from cloned cows. I thought, for me, I'm not a great fan of Frankenstein food, so I thought, just interesting to why is breast milk a taboo, and why don't we just create something that was, an interesting talking point to get people to think about our relationship with food. So there's always got to be, it's not just for the PR, it has to be for us a narrative or something that's interesting.
And I'm flicking through your book here, Matt, and Dessert Storm, which is tiramisu ice cream, Living in Cinnamon, which is apple and cinnamon ice cream, Lady Marmalade, etc., etc. They've all got good punning. The Lady Cheddar. They'll put the drum roll on it.
Yeah, boom, boom.
All these are great names. I love this. Espresso yourself, etc. Do their names come before the ice creams? How does
Not
it work? 'Cause
necessarily.
You must think, oh, that's a good one.
Not necessarily. If you're a dedicated pun slinger like I am, I mean, we get flack for putting puns in. We have some of the critics are very snobby about it and say, I hate do puns, but I mean, I never see anybody ever go at Ben and Jerry's about using puns. But we like to look. It's entertainment. It's food. Should be theatre. It should be fun. It should be intriguing, and you should have a little chuckle.
I think what we're going to do, we're going to taste some.
Fabulous.
They're being brought from outside. They're going to come in at optimum temperature, I think.
I hope so.
Different shapes and sizes, different flavours. All of them punning. I hope they will be.
Yes.
We're going to play a song while your lackeys bring in your ice cream Oompa Loompas bring in the ice cream.
Yes.
And we're going to play something new. This is from a new band called Purity Ring, and this is Fine Shrine. And that had a rather glacial quality to it, thank God. We accidentally played a kind of almost a theme song. That was new from Purity Ring from their new record, and that is called Fine Shrine. They're on 4AD Records, always good.
Great.
I like the sound effect of putting CDs down on the table. We play lots of it. We play lots of things off a computer. It's quite nice to have a CD, isn't it?
I know, it's a real live tactile object.
Oh, isn't it just? We're with Matt O'Connor, who's the Icecreamist, a man who puts the pun and quite a lot of booze into ice creams. And that song was not just to kind of get us in the mood and limber us up and get us kind of feeling glacial. We've managed to get some ice creams into taste while that was going on. You better talk Sophie and I through them, Matt.
Right. The first one is, and I'm hoping he's getting towards the optimum temperature. Ice cream is a fickle, fleeting substance. So this is called the Cream Elizabeth.
Right.
I'll pass it over to you. It's tricky. Getting a strawberry ice cream, which sounds really simple. Strawberries are full of water, and you've got to kind of extract the water from the strawberry, which means you've got to kind of sweat it down. You've got to create a jam, wonderful, rich, jammy, plummy mouthfeel to get the nice strawberry pieces in there. And the strawberry's got to be infused with sugar, and that kind of, you get that kind of really powerful flavour through it.
It does have that kind of strawberry when you. People always over-refrigerate strawberries, don't they?
Yeah.
So you've got this is it's like sort of making a liqueur almost. It's
strawberries go
right
icy.
down,
If you just freeze a strawberry, you'll have, and most strawberries have very little flavour. So really, the idea is to infuse it with sugar, get the water out of the strawberry, reduce it down, create a jam, which we do, and then we then put it into the base mix. But then we keep a large portion of strawberry jam back, and then add that in right at the last minute.
I was going to say that's what I like. It's not all liquidated. There's some serious strawberry action.
There's no artificial anything round here. If you see brightly coloured ice cream anywhere, run to the hills, otherwise you'd be glowing like the Ready Brett kid after a week at Sellafield, That's the type of ice cream you want to avoid. This should have a natural colour. That is all just pure strawberry colour in that. There's nothing added to it at all. So that's the Cream Elizabeth.
And that is a very creamy. It sounds like a stupid thing. This is ice cream as opposed to.
No, it's gelato. It's rooted in tannin gelato.
Right.
It's got a slightly higher fat content. I have chosen deliberately to put a slightly higher fat content
need
in
it.
And it's also got a slightly different mouthfeel to some gelato. So we've just given our ice cream a certain twist.
I have some more of that.
You're not
I'm
allowed
off
to. We have
mic,
to move
so-
on.
Right. Then this is like crack cocaine in a tub.
Brilliant.
This is called Smack, Crack and Pop. This is our popcorn. This is our popcorn ice cream.
Oh dear.
This is if there's a prescription.
Can I double dip? Is that I've got?
You double dip all you like,
that
sir.
all right?
I yes.
All
Your
right.
habits, your
Sophie,
business.
ladies first. Do you try that?
Wow, it's absolutely
So
beautiful.
that's
looking.
smack, crackle, and pop.
Smack, crack and pop.
Wow.
And this looks like it looks like some decent sort of vanilla ice cream. Or
Well,
with
it's got butterscotch
popcorn.
chips. It's got popcorn flavour infused in the ice cream.
Yeah.
The recipe in the book's slightly different to this version. It's a much stronger popcorn flavour in the ice cream in the book.
Yeah.
Because we infuse it just with literally butterkist popcorn. And this has been one of our best sellers. If we ever did a tub range, this would be the number
You should
one.
do that. That's amazing.
One in a tub.
I would
This
love
is-
that. I would go to the cinema just to have that.
Yeah, it is. It is like the ultimate cinema ice cream.
I would sit through one of the Batman films with Val Kilmer in, just simply in order to eat that ice cream.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's got this crunchy, incredible popcorn on
The thing is,
top.
popcorn goes soft in ice cream, so you have to kind of quite work hard at, and that's one of the tricks. If we were to do a tub version of this, is keeping the popcorn crisp and keeping that edginess to it.
That's so good.
It's kind of toffee. There's a
Yeah,
The kind of
toffee and
toffee
butterscotch,
crunch.
and that's Smack, Crack and Pop.
Okay, it's-
The next one I'll give you. This is called Steve Jobs Apple Sorbetto.
Okay.
This is our second best-selling ice cream at the moment. Absolutely phenomenal. It's
Lovely.
got apple juice and Zubrovka bison grass vodka. And this is a last-minute addition to the book. I have to say, when I was writing the book, I was finishing it over Christmas, and I thought, I've got to put this in. This is a great cocktail. It's a great drink. Let's put it in and let's do a really nice sorbetto. And that's turned out to be a phenomenal success. This is called Choc and Or. This is actually technically a sorbetto. It's just literally chocolate and water.
wow.
70% Ecuadorian chocolate, very powerful, very strong flavour, and literally has no milk or cream in it at all. We treat it as an ice cream because it's got the mouthfeel of an ice cream.
It's incredible colour.
Yeah,
That's
It's-
essentially a health food.
yeah, it is.
Man, I love it.
It's as
Doesn't
close
taste
as we
like
get.
5 a day. You've got your 5 a day in there, Sophie.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. It feels like
Intensely chocolatey, isn't it?
a chocolate mousse. It tastes a bit like a chocolate
It
mousse.
is. It's almost like moving towards a ganache. That's what it's moving towards. So we thought we'd call it Chocolate Or. Seemed to be an appropriate title for something that would just deliver this incredible
Wow.
chocolate kick.
Okay.
It certainly is.
Before we
Okay.
go, we're going to have to ask you some vital statistics.
Yes.
In London, we've had such a crappy summer until this week.
Terrible. It's
What's
Oh,
like
happened? What happens for you guys? Are you kind of like you watching the kind of farming weather forecast,
Well, I wouldn't know
long-term weather
why-
forecast, sort of hoping, doing a sun dance every day?
businesses hold up okay for us, but I think everybody's pleased and relieved to see a bit of sunshine. We're mobbed today. We've run out of a couple of ice creams, but it's ice cream is like selling smiles. It's like selling sunshine. So every day when somebody's trying ice cream, it's always sunny.
I love that. It's like selling smiles. We presumably have a T-shirt with that written on it somewhere.
We have generally far ruder slogans, I'm afraid. So not anything as polite as that, sir. I'm afraid.
Well, Matt O'Connor, thank you so much for coming in
Pleasure.
and sharing your delicious wares. Matt Connor, the Icecreamists.
Thank you,
for joining
sir.
us on the Weekly.